my computer was like, oh my God, you don't have enough cloud space because I don't fucking pay for OneDrive. And I was like, that's cool. I don't really need you because weirdly enough, it's saved on my computer. And like there's nothing that I need that needs to be saved onto this that I can't just throw onto a fucking Google Drive, dog. And so I was like, you don't need to be connected. And then it prompted me because it was like, well, you have too many things saved and you won't receive anything in your email. And so I deleted what was supposed to be the cloud version of the save, and apparently it took that to mean let's delete the shit off my computer also. And I was like, why are you a crackhead? Like, what the fuck? Like, can we, y'all, my deal is if one company has figured out how to do this well, like Google, I think does cloud shit decently as far as like access and deleting shit from places. Can other people figure out this shit too? Because my God.
Well, you have a new computer, right? So it's Windows 11?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I've never fucked around with Windows 11 yet. I don't hear good things about it, but I know I'm going to have to sooner or later because Windows 10 is no longer being supported, and I'm now one of those old curmudgeons. I don't want to do it.
I don't want change.
I embrace Windows 8. I loved Windows 8, and I loved Windows 10, and now Windows 11 is like AI forward, and it's just, it kind of sucks to be in this timeline.
And that's the fucking deal. It's not that I oppose change. I oppose stupid fucking change. Like my phone is one that pisses me off because the changes that they make are like, we just made everything rounder and bubblier and you have a new emoji. And I'm like, did we need this? Did we? I don't fucking think so.
Yeah, they're just trying to bring back Frutiger Arrow because it's relevant-ish.
I'm sorry, what?
Frutiger Arrow?
I'm going to need you to explain what that is.
Do you remember Windows Vista?
Yeah.
It's that, or the aesthetics of it. It's like
gotcha.
The iMacs at the time. Specifically, Frutiger Arrow is an aesthetic of nostalgia that wasn't lived by younger generations.
Gotcha.
So like they didn't grow up with the early 2000s bubbly kind of future look, so they like long for shit and style that they
long for the
have.
bubbly futuristic looks.
Fact checker, pull up some random Frutiger Arrow shit. But it's like how our generation is obsessed with 80s aesthetic when we didn't grow up with it at all.
We didn't live it.
I was born late 80s. I didn't have memories till 90s, so
yeah, we didn't live with it, so we want to relive it.
Frutiger Arrow, I can't do my keyboard right now. I'm all locked into shit.
He's blanketed. It's okay. Look, just use the AI on your phone and ask what Frutiger Arrow is.
It's like FRUTIGERAERO. Yeah, like that's Frutiger Arrow. I think that's AI Frutiger Arrow, but like that's the style.
But the gist is there. The concept is present. Yeah.
But it's like for it's like almost like a longing for an era that they didn't experience. But it is like, you know, like how everything's kind of 80s style, and it's just like we're like whoa, and it's like we weren't there, we don't know.
Yeah, we have no fucking clue, but we like
same thing, but Gen
Chapel
Z.
Roan and Hot and Freddy are happening.
God, new Hot and Freddy next Friday.
Dude, the song clip that you sent me, oh my God, I have never been so thrilled.
Yeah, it sounds good. Did you watch Housemaid?
No, I did not watch Housemaid.
You promised! You said you would, and then you didn't.
And
why do you make promises if you can't keep them?
I try.
You're gonna be
I feel
a
like
terrible
lately,
mother.
I'm not planning on being a parent, so that's really where because I know that there are two things that are gonna happen. One, I don't want to be around people when they're loud, and that just doesn't work with kids.
All right, I don't need your explanation as to why you can't have kids. I don't actually care.
Two, I make a lot of promises I can't keep, and that's just a recipe for a fucked up kid. So,
well, I hope you watched today's movie.
No, I forgot to do that too. No, I ended up having like a shit ton of things going on this week, and so I was really locked into watching Housemaid, and then it fucking yeeted itself out of my brain. I'm going to stick it on an alarm now, though, because then I will actually go watch it.
Ah, yes, ADHD, having a permanent supply of Post-it notes at all times.
Dude, yeah, thank God
that's
that
me.
on your phone you can have like 1,000 alarms because I just have a million all the time to remind me that I said I would do something.
I can't do that because they get fucked. I can't do the alarms. I actually have to have physical Post-it notes around my workspace.
I prefer a physical Post-it note.
I'm getting
but
old, aren't I?
There's some stuff that I'm like, I will not be at the desk when this needs to happen, you know? Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home, the only podcast that will let you know repeatedly, you got the touch, you got the power. I'm on-brand Rachel.
I'm on-brand Gamage, and I'm kind of proud of that intro. All right.
I thought you might like it.
Yeah, each week we spin a wheel to figure out what our podcast is, and I mean, we still haven't figured it out. That's why we still have the wheel, but we lost the wheel, so we've just been
weeks ago.
We've just kind of been fucking around with Transformers. We've been in a situationship with Transformers, and we finally finished all of the Michael Bay / Michael Bay adjacent Transformer movies. So we finally come to the end where we got to watch the original 1986 movie. This all started because I just wanted to rewatch this movie again, and I wanted a fucking excuse. And honestly, I'm pretty glad we went on a Michael Bay detour because a lot of the garbage in those movies is presented in this movie.
Dude, yeah, that was
funny.
Wild. Yeah, it's kind of this weird thing where my context for the good version of Transformers is the Michael Bay shitty version of Transformers. So there were multiple times where I was like, they have this thing, and I'm excited about it because I know what it is now. And also, generally, it was better.
Rachel, I actually think it was a better preparation than watching the original because this movie takes place after seasons 1 and 2 of the original Transformers show and before season 3. So like that's how you're supposed to kind of watch it. And I bet that if you didn't watch those movies, you'd be thinking, I'm kind of lost. Should I have watched the cartoon first? Which know that the people that watch the cartoon are saying, I'm kind of lost. Who are these guys when they went and saw this movie in theaters? That's the funny part, is that Michael Bay actually kind of prepped us for this movie, like better than watching the TV show.
Michael Bay actually only watched this movie to prepare for Transformers.
I would not be surprised. At least Steven Spielberg did, because I know Steven Spielberg... Getting the Transformers live action off the ground was like his whole thing. He's like, I wanted to do this, but I don't want to make it. Not me. Nope. All right. You ready for some cold hard facts?
Yeah, hit me with them.
With a budget of $6 million, this at the box office made $5.9 million. This movie...
they were like, fuck.
did not break even. Now... To be fair, this movie came out the same summer as Top Gun, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Aliens, Stand By Me, The Fly, Karate Kid 2, Big Trouble Little China, Labyrinth, Short Circuit. By the way, we're going to do an episode on Short Circuit in the future, but I don't think Short Circuit made more money than this movie. Needless to say, the movie was up against some heavy hitters.
Yeah,
but
it
also
never stood a chance. If that's the list of other things that came out that summer, this movie was fucked from the start.
People were watching Top Gun, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Aliens, and Stand By Me for a second or third time that summer. But also this movie was seen as like a kid's movie. It's PG. It probably shouldn't be PG.
You know what's funny is I Prime rated it 13 and up, which I was like, this has got to be wrong.
I think yeah.
But I do think that rating probably makes a little bit more sense with what's going on.
It is. The Prime has it as like a re-release, like it's the remastered version. So I'm pretty sure that they're like, we're just gonna bump us up a little bit. But it's funny. This was seen as a kids movie also because it's the continuation of the Transformers cartoon, which was 100% for children. Like children watched Transformers the cartoon and then went to the theater. The theater was mostly being filled with children and their parents. Most adults suddenly have the context to go watch this movie.
And
those parents probably informed other parents that it's way darker and filled with death.
and
also Orson Welles is in it. And a lot of their children became blubbering messes partway through the movie. And I think the entire phenomenon is hilarious.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
That is a wee bit unrelated to this topic-wise, but is slightly segued. I was at the movie theater the other night, and I watched a Monday Mystery movie, and which, by the way, there's a film that I need you to watch whenever it comes into your ether, called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. And then let me know your thoughts and opinions on it.
Okay.
But I got out of a film, and it was late, perhaps 9-something, and above me it reads, next to the theater next door, Paw Patrol, 9:45.
Yeah.
And who the fuck is bringing their kid to, because like Paw Patrol, I'm pretty sure the age range there, like, kind of caps out at like 8.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's bringing their 8-year-old to a 9:45 start of Paw Patrol?
Parents that work graveyard shifts.
That's not okay. I'm sorry. Does your child work a fucking graveyard shift? You're like, because I am nocturnal, so are you. Is this for the vampire children of the world?
Who knows? I bet that the theater people do that with fingers crossed that nobody buys tickets, so they could just put whatever they want up there and like go, all right, cool, like fucking free theater.
I'm picturing that theater has like 3 people in it. And here's the 3 people. There's an adult, an irresponsible adult with a small child going to a 9:45 showing. Sure.
With Jonathan Taylor Thomas from the past.
And then I guess maybe not 3 people, probably like a couple other people that consist of very high teenagers. Because that's, I think, the only context in which I would go see Paw Patrol at 9:45 is if I was shit-housed on mushrooms or weed.
I've never watched Paw Patrol in my life, but I gotta say that it doesn't strike me as one of those cartoons like Gumball or Adventure Time or SpongeBob, where like you can enjoy it as an adult baked. Like, it doesn't strike me as that kind of.
No, I don't think so either. That's why I think it's like teenagers who are looking for that basis of cartoon, and they're just off. They're like, let's go try it, and then they realize this is the wrong medium for that. This isn't the subject material you are looking for.
That 9:45 Paw Patrol showing, like, the theater staff are like, we're going to cut this off halfway through because nobody sticks around. We're actually just going to
plug in fucking Guitar Hero and play it in the theater.
What the fuck is the Paw Patrol movie even about?
That's a great fucking question. Fact checker!
I don't care. So getting into some stuff is The Transformers.
Something better than this.
The Transformers, the movie, is a 1986 animated science fiction action film based on the Transformers television series. It was co-produced and directed by Nelson Shin, who also produced the television series, and written by Ron Friedman, who created Bionic 6 a year later. It was released in North America on August 8, 1986, and on the UK on December 12th. The story is set in 2005, 20 years after the TV series' second season. The plot follows the heroic Autobot robots who are hunted by Unicron, a planet-sized transformer, blah, 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 blah. It's got a bunch of voices of people you've never heard of and will never see again. Oh, Casey Kasem was in it? Weird.
There's a couple of famous people in this.
Yeah, I was just debating if I want to actually go into it. Fuck it. The film features the voices of Eric Idle, Judd Nelson, Leonard Nimoy, Casey Kasem, Robert Stack, Lionel Stander, John Moshida Jr., Scatman Crothers, Peter Cullen, Frank Welker, and Orson Welles, who died 10 months before the film's release in his final film role.
That's fucking crazy.
The soundtrack... I've got some stuff about that later. The soundtrack comprises electronic music composed by Vince DiCola and songs from rock and heavy metal acts, including Stan Bush and Weird Al Yankovic. Hasbro, the owner of Transformers, demanded the film introduce new characters for its toy line at the protest of some creators of the film and TV series. So the decision to kill off many established characters, especially the Autobot leader, Optimus Prime, prompted outcry from fans and a letter-writing campaign The Transformers the movie was a box office disappointment and received generally negative reviews. Over time, perception of the film improved and it gained a cult following. I think the movie is pretty good. Even now, like I watched it and it's like, it's not something I would go out of my way to be like, this is Citizen Kane, but it's definitely like, how can you watch this movie and not like be awed at least?
I do think this movie was pretty good. I will say I understand that they got a lot of backlash because the second Optimus Prime died. My immediate thought was bold move. Bold fucking move.
Did you think? Well, okay. Let's get into. Let's do the summary first so that we can have some context to talk about.
Yeah.
Did you want to go through it, or do you want me to do it?
You go for it.
Me go through it?
Yeah, I feel like this is your. I made us watch all the shitty ones, so it makes sense that I did the readings for those. I don't want to fuck up the good one, you know.
In the far off year of I haven't done this in weeks. I'm stupid now.
I'm glad it's not just me anymore.
I almost said 2025.
Yeah.
Didn't even last a sentence.
Of 2005. Just know that I was going to start this while trying to do my best Peter Cullen impression. And that would have been bad.
In the far off year of 2005,
yeah, exactly.
The Cybertron War nears its end with the Autobots having established a strong military force on Earth and plan to take out the Decepticons for good. Meanwhile, Unicron, a giant world-eating planet transformer, looms deep in space, eating any and all worlds he comes across. Having spied on the Autobots' moon base, Megatron leads his Decepticons in a siege while Optimus Prime is away. Hot Rod and human boy Daniel, Witwicky, notice their poor deceit and open fire, alerting the Autobots in time and not getting their shit handed to them. What ensues is a long battle before Optimus Prime arrives as the cavalry and duels Megatron to the death. His death. Megatron survives, kind of. As Optimus lay dying, he bestows the Matrix of Leadership to Ultra Magnus. And before Ultra Magnus can accept his gift, Optimus dies forever and drops the Matrix, prompting Hot Rod to catch it before it hits the ground. In an attempt to both abandon Extra Weight and usurp his leader, Starscream throws a wounded Megatron into space. Unicron finds Megatron and indoctrinates him as his avatar or something and changes him to Galvatron. Galvatron returns to his Decepticons and kills Starscream and is constantly reminded that he belongs to Unicron through headaches and shit. Unicron is basically an abusive boyfriend. Being reminded of his mission to kill Ultra Magnus and retrieve the Matrix of Leadership, Galvatron attacks the Autobots and forces them to retreat into space. Failing to activate the Matrix of Leadership, Ultra Magnus is ultimately blown into pieces by a gloating Galvatron. Hot Rod and old veteran Cup survive being crash-landed on some ocean moon of Cybertron with robo-piranha fish and Sharkticons. They're taken to a kangaroo court held by the Quintessons, who are sentenced to death, when the Dinobots stomp in and radicalize the Sharkticons into uprising against their leaders.
I just like the way you wrote that. It's so accurate.
Yeah. It also sounds like fucking schizophrenia bonkers shit.
Yeah, it does.
Like a kid is just making it up and you're like, uh-huh.
Yeah, this is literally like when you listen to a child play with stuff.
Dude. So they're led to a ship by Wheelie, a Transformer child who rhymes a lot, and meet back up with the remaining Autobots who are being attacked by Junkions. After display of diplomacy by Hot Rod, the Junkions join forces with the Autobots and put Ultra Magnus back together and revive him, which is weird in the context of the rest of this movie. Galvatron attempts to threaten Unicron with the Matrix of Leadership, which leads to Unicron transforming into robot mode, which is enormous, and beginning his attack on Cybertron. The Autobots and Junkions join the defense against Unicron and infiltrate into his insides. They get all up in his guts. Some shit goes down, but not Unicron's shit, because his food gets rescued by the Autobots. He was eating Autobots and they rescued him. I forgot I wrote that joke. Hot Rod fights Galvatron and retrieves the Matrix of Leadership, transforming him into Rodimus Prime. Rodimus Prime then opens the Matrix of Leadership, which kills Unicron. I'm not sure how. The end.
We did make sure that you saw it from multiple angles.
Definitely.
Hey, Gamage, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Did you watch this movie as a kid?
Absolutely. You best believe it.
Nice. And did you enjoy it as a kid, unlike the Bayfers?
I did enjoy it as a kid.
Nice. That's all I got for you.
Okay. Rachel, would you recommend this movie?
I think it's like what you said earlier. I probably wouldn't go out of my way to watch this movie, but like
I mean, I definitely did.
we went really
I went
far
7 weeks out of my way
yeah.
to watch this.
I wouldn't go out of my way again to watch it. It was super worth it after all of the crapshoot we've been through, and this was the first time that I really enjoyed one of the movies that we were watching, because like even the not bad ones toward the end, I was like, I'm halfway mentally checked out of this. This one I actually watched and enjoyed all the way through, which was a shocking turn of events after the last 7 weeks. I do think I would recommend this to the age group that it's for. Like, my nephew's 12, and I think they'd think this shit's cool as fuck.
Probably, yeah.
Watch this at 9:45 instead of Paw Patrol.
The main theme of this movie is going to be, in my opinion, growing up and accepting adulthood. Great power comes great responsibility. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm not sure that that theme was what was intended. I know that Hasbro just wanted everyone gone and replaced with new toys. They just wanted to sell more toys. That's what companies do. But the writing kind of just went in the direction of a pseudo Spider-Man story. Optimus dying and Hot Rod making mistakes and coming into his role as a leader and, trials and tribulations. We have the Campbell hero quest happening here.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty cookie cutter stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty straightforward. I don't think it, like you said, it doesn't seem like it was planned because they didn't really focus on it a lot. It's just sort of shoehorned in there. Not in like a bad or awkward way. It's just like, all right, okay, it's there. It's happening.
Character design, including how they move and sound, maybe dated, but I do love it. This is Transformers. Like, I think we're looking great. This is how I know and love them. But I do think that somewhere between here and whatever Michael Bay was trying to channel is ideal. Like the intro of Bumblebee or all of Rise of the Beast, like how they look there, where it's like, this is updated for a modern audience and it's like CG and it looks good, but it isn't like whatever Michael Bay was fucking doing. Like that is kind of what I was shooting for.
I do.
Like Optimus Prime and Rise of the Beast is like that right there.
I do think I realized what's missing in a lot of the live action Transformers movies is you don't really get a sense of like what piece of them connects to what piece of them when they are transforming between their two different forms. And I feel like that's part of what it is like unlikable about it is obviously we've talked about in some of them there's way too many mechanics going on and you're like, what the fuck is that? But I think that's the same type of problem where it's like, what does this go to and why is it here? And there should be kind of a straightforward, like, all right, like when he has in the later movies the panels that are clearly like the front windshields of the truck, you're like, okay, that's the part of the truck that you are. Like, it's right there on your chest. Got it. Cool. And I don't feel like we get that in a lot of the live action movies. And it occurred to me while watching this where you're like, oh, I can see which part of you is supposed to be that part. And it's obviously like it's a cartoon, so it's not as specific and detailed as they were going for. But like you said, a perfect in the middle would have been fabulous.
I mean, like I've been saying that since like day one, like, but I think you've experienced everything now, so like you've kind of come to the same
I've gotten
level
there.
of opinion I have.
Yeah,
where you're like, oh, okay, I get it, because Transformers, the cartoon and the movies and all that, they're all about selling toys, like, and what you see is what you're going to be buying, like that, like, oh, there's Optimus Prime, that's the toy, get the toy, bam, like that's him, man.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like, because that they have to worry about the actual transform. They actually have to worry about how the toy translates back and forth.
Yeah.
So whereas Michael Bay is just like, I've seen a couple of them where it's just like panels that just kind of like pop open and then like a robot comes out and then
do whatever the fuck they want. Gimmage, did you notice there's no lips? Like they have mouths, but there's no lips.
They have mouths. I know. Optimus never like once has to open up his panel to go, if.
I also really liked, I feel like in all of these other films, we've gotten this very high level illusion to Unicron and not really gotten to see a lot of him.
Yeah.
And this was a neat one to be able to see him like fully in his two different forms was cool. Whoever the fuck decided that he needed mouth eating sounds at the very beginning of this film and never again is a fucking insane person.
Yeah.
I was like, you're never,
but,
I knew in that moment, we are never going to circle back to this sound. And I know that you're trying to really push the premise that he's eating things, but this was a crazy way to do it.
What I always try to remember is that when I watch movies like pre-90s, 80s, whatever, and you get sound bites like that, you know that they're not common. Like you like we've heard those sound bites a billion times. And
yeah,
like,
that was like, brand new then.
There's the Wilhelm scream, but like once upon a time there was only one Wilhelm scream, and like it was done like in a way where you can't really parse it. Like this is a time where those sound effects were, I think, fine. I can't fault a movie for using those at this point. If I heard them now, I'm like, you're lazy. Go out and fucking get something better.
Yeah, go have somebody like scream in the distance somewhere
There's
else.
some real sound engineers out there, and like watching their process is crazy.
Oh, it's so fucking cool.
The sound design of God of War? I was watching that where like they were like going through like how they make like the leather sounds or like the crunching of the ice and shit.
I don't know if I've seen it for God of War, but I have absolutely watched sound design for multiple video games and movies because I have said this before and I will say it many times again. I love sounds. That's my
Me too.
Like fucking thing that I really, really enjoy. And watching people do sound design, I think, is one of the most interesting, incredible things because the weird creative shit that people do to make things sound like other things is wild.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
cool.
I've got a passion for it too, and like if I had another go around, I would have definitely gone into like sound engineering because like a lot of that shit is like the way like you hear random junk and you're like, I can make that sound like a laser cat, and I want to do that like that. God, I have such love for that kind of shit, and like that's such a that's a thing I wish I could do and pursue.
Yeah, that would have been an incredible job. I too, as a younger person, was like, this would be a dope career move.
Yeah, not a fan of Galvatron the way he looks. They clearly just wanted to remake Megatron for more toys, and that's what they did. I love Hot Rod. Love Hot Rod, as we all know.
Meeting Hot Rod legitimately for the first time, I immediately wrote down, I can see why Gamage was upset. Like the first scene he was in, I was like, I get it. I understand why you did not like him.
Yeah, I did. Like I said, though, I didn't even remember seeing that movie. So like when I got there, I was like, also Rodimus Prime is great. Other characters, Cup is good. He really sells the grizzled veteran look. I also like that his name is Cup because it's pickup truck. That's what he turns into. Yeah. Well, like a futuristic looking pickup truck, like whether it's from Cybertron or just from Earth in 2005.
No, but it's a cool nickname.
Yeah.
We also got to see a
lot of unique background characters.
RC again, which was nice because I know the most recent depiction of RC was not bad at all, but it was nice to actually see more of RC.
Yeah, but I mean, like you saw RC in Rise of the Beast. Like they they pretty much nailed it. They just made her small and also a motorcycle. But like
but not
RC's,
bad.
Yeah, they did a decent job.
I was actually really bummed that we don't get more of Scourge because I thought he looked fucking neato. And that was a bummer for me because when they transformed him initially, when Unicron was like, all these dead people are now alive and they're your minions, and he made Scourge, I was like, Scourge looks fucking dope. And then we did not really see Scourge much after that. And that was a sad moment.
Now, this is like the point between Transformers Season 2 and Transformers Season 3. So in Transformers Season 3, you do see a lot of Scourge and Cyclonus and Galvatron, and also Hot Rod and them, or Rodimus Prime.
I imagine, because I mean, like you said, this is set up for new toys in a next season, so I get that I'm missing a lot of time here.
At the same time, you also kind of aren't. Like I think because I didn't watch the show before I saw this movie when I was a kid. Like my parents are just like, here you go, and I'm like, whoa, and then I watched it and learned all about the shit later.
Also,
before we get into any,
I wouldn't worry too much about time because you asked me to make a list of weird things, and I do have a list of weird things that I want to ask questions about.
Because I did want you to, because I know that there's a lot of weird shit in this movie, and like a lot of shit that like probably even addresses issues that you called out in the other movies, like the mass transcendence or whatever shit. So I asked you to like write down all the dumb shit or like weird shit you were like, why is this? Because I decided to compile a list of weird shit too.
Perfect.
To counter that.
All right.
Shit that is not in this movie.
Oh, okay. I can't wait.
So getting into one of the points I wanted to talk about, people hate Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime. Obviously, a lot of people saw this movie and they're like, Optimus Prime is dead. That sucks. Who's Hot Rod? Hot Rod sucks. And I hate that because I loved Hot Rod. I guess season 3 has a lot of Rodimus Prime, trying, and he's just like doubts himself all the time, and he's kind of green around the gills, and he's like, I'm trying, and it's about him kind of becoming a leader. So like that's kind of what season 3 kind of turns into, plus this movie. Ultimately, for them to just bring back Optimus Prime because of fan outcry, and then
people being pissed.
Rodimus Prime being all like, "Here's the Matrix." I really hate that people hate Hot Rod, because I have to wonder what the Venn diagram is of Spider-Man fans and Hot Rod haters, because they're very, very similar. Like they almost have the same origin story.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's kind of just a product of you're replacing this beloved version of something and people's inability to accept change. Because I think Hot Rod, like as somebody that isn't super attached to the Transformers fandom at all, I thought he was a cool character and I actually liked him a lot. And I get the losing the leader that comes in and fixes everything, but it was kind of nice to see Optimus Prime like not play that role for once, which I think in the last couple Bayverse films we watched, he sort of lacks that role also, but in kind of a more hollow way. This one felt like a real version of failure, and having a new person step into those shoes and try to figure it out was actually interesting to watch, and I enjoyed. And I liked Hot Rod.
Yeah. It definitely has to be because Optimus died for it. What did you think about that? Like when Optimus died, did you really think that he was just going to come back? Like,
yeah, Mitch, coming from the Bayverse, I was like, they're going to revive this bitch. I don't know when, I don't know how, but they're going to revive this bitch. And apparently I was a season too early for that thought.
Yeah.
Because, so one thing that I did think was really interesting that we don't experience in any of the other films is their bodies turn gray when they die.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool, and it kind of makes sense, because when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, okay, well, when they scan a vehicle and they change color and stuff, like, that's them almost, like, that's thinking, that's happening, like, you're actively choosing that. So it would kind of make sense that when you die, like, that color scheme isn't there. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I did have some suspicions when Magnus died and he did not lose any color. I was like, nah, bitch is gonna get put back together.
Apparently in the original script he was gonna be drawn and quartered, but like that ended up being too extreme. I say in quotations, too extreme.
Too far.
But I wouldn't care if Ultra Magnus died and get revived if they didn't just spend half this movie killing an entire generation off just to establish a new character cast.
Yeah.
Because Ultra Magnus was new.
Oh my God, really?
It is. Yeah, Ultra Magnus was new to this, and he was ended up being like the new Ironhide or whatever. But that means I'll actually get into the whole important thing that I wanted to talk about, is that Hasbro kills Optimus Prime because of toys, and also children are traumatized. Because in fact, all the deaths in this movie were because of Hasbro. Like they didn't Transformers did not die in the cartoon. They get blown up all the time and then just show up next week. But while this movie's getting made, Hasbro had a list of characters that they wanted gone, either by retirement or they get wounded and they just like, oh, I guess I'm done or something. But then Ron Friedman, one of the main writers, was like, maybe we should kill like one guy just to make the story impactful. And Hasbro was like, good idea. Everyone, brand new toys.
Fuck them all. What I don't understand is they really could have just made more toys of the originals and the new guys, and people, I can't imagine it would have wildly swung sales, you know?
Well, because I mean, Hasbro, they didn't want to make new of the originals. They wanted to like all of them, all like the Machine 1 that makes Optimus Prime and Machine 2 that makes Ironhide. Those machines were now set to something
now
new.
For
they didn't want
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, they didn't want to like make more toys. They just wanted to make new toys.
Yeah. Yeah, weird choice.
Because we went from 0 deaths in the Transformers show, except for countless civilian casualties off screen. But like we went from 0 deaths to dozens in just the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like if you watch any of season 1 and 2, then like you'll point out your favorite characters, like, and you'll watch the life leave their eyes. It's like fucking. It's awesome. Like. It's incredible how Hasbro genuinely thought, yeah, we can just kill them. They're toys. They're robots.
It's cool.
We don't need
Nobody's
them.
emotionally attached to these guys after 2 seasons. It's fine.
Children were so traumatized that Transformers issued a formal apology.
Well,
even right now.
They didn't just kill Optimus and then briefly Ultra Magnus. They also, like, at the very end, they're dropping fucking Autobots and different what the fuck are they called when they're not Decepticons or Autobots? Is there a neutral name?
I mean, just Transformers. I just call
Thank
Cybertronians.
you. I don't know why the word Transformers fucking leaves my brain instantaneously when I'm trying to be neutral. They're just dropping Transformers into a vat of acid, and there's this kind of fucked up scene where you're watching them die and like reach out for help. I watched that and immediately thought of, what we're talking about now, which is there's children that are scarred by this, that were haunted after this film.
It is historical, and it's something that's never, ever going to happen again. It's incredible. So the Bluey movie just got announced. Imagine if you take your kids to theater and all of Bluey's family get massacred in the first 10 minutes,
Bluey
and you literally watch the light like leave his eyes, and like gets that like kind of like 1,000-yard stare before like the light is gone, and then get introduced to their replacements. It's fucking insane. I love every minute of it. Because this was for kids, and like Hasbro's like, they're just toys. It doesn't matter, and like they didn't realize how attached kids had become.
Yeah.
Like like even right now, like with the re-release, remaster, whatever it is, like we have like the 40th year coming up, but it's called the Apology Tour. Never mind that since the movie they revived Optimus in the show, which vastly undermines Optimus Prime's character. But apparently, I kind of wish we started this like a couple weeks after the fact, because like next month they have the 40th year anniversary coming out, which is like in 4K and has extra footage. And it's
oh my God.
Like, man.
We can circle back for a couple minutes when it comes out.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Next thing to talk about, soundtrack. Slaps. That's all. It slaps.
Done and done.
Weird Al's in it.
It's a lot of hype. And that's that's all.
The song's like Dare to Be Stupid pops up. I'm like, oh, is that the diva? And it's like, no, that's actually just the Weird Al version. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there was a couple times where a song started playing and I was like, oh, cool choice. I'm a fan.
Very much so.
Pleasantly
surprised.
Dare
is great. You Got the Touch, You Got the Power. Fucking incredible. The animation, God. How good was this animation?
Okay, I was actually really fucking impressed, and not.
Yeah,
I don't know if I was
hand-drawn cell arts.
I don't know if I was like impressed, because let me rephrase, because impressed I think is the wrong word, and I don't mean that in like it was lackluster and I didn't enjoy it. It reminded me how fucking good animation could be and how simplified a lot of it is. Like in modern days, and don't get me wrong, like there are some complex, interesting ones, but like a lot of it reminded me of like some of Dragon Ball Z used to be that detailed too, and I was like, damn, fucking animation was cool at this time, and I kind of miss it.
Same studio.
That would make sense. A lot of it was very similar.
Or the same studio that did Dragon Ball Z did the original Transformers. I don't remember, but like the original cartoon was pretty janky, and there's a lot of episodes that like are known for like having continuity errors because of it. But this movie was like,
oh, so gorgeous, so cool, so detailed.
Like, pull up the trailer, like if at home, and I'm sure the trailer will even show you that scene of like Unicron like flying by, and they've got like the purple sun at like the solar flare, and like the way that's drawn is incredible. Unicron's passing through, and like you kind of just get like this panning over it, like is incredible. It eating the first fucking moon is awesome. Like
the detail
it's a weird
of his
space hemorrhoid butthole thing, but that's fine.
The detail of his transformation was really cool too. I'm glad you called it a butthole, because the entire film I was like, that's a butthole. That's a butthole that's eating things.
Pretty butthole like.
That's a butthole. No, it was really fucking cool. And some of there's just like wild, interesting detail in a lot of it. And it was very, very, very impressive. It was fucking cool. And it made me miss really good animation.
God, I know, right? I don't know if you noticed the quintessence, the multi-headed thing. The one that like deem things innocent.
Yes.
The Destructicons. Yeah, those were what I was talking about when we saw Quintessa in the Last Night movie. And I'm like, who the fuck's Quintessa? Are they talking about the Quintessons, which are something entirely different and were not responsible for the Transformers at all?
A different thing.
Yeah. Orson Welles is in this, and that's hilarious. It's insane. Really think about it, Rachel. Orson Welles is in this movie. The fucking drunk Paul Masson guys. The French.
Yeah.
Transformers known for being robots in disguise.
I was so thrilled when his name popped up, because it pops up like as the movie is starting in a pre-credit. And I was like, oh my fucking God. And it's even funnier to me that this was his final debut.
War of the Worlds. Citizen fucking Kane.
Yeah.
Orson Welles is in this movie. Rachel, pay attention. He's in this movie. This is the last thing he ever did.
I know. And what a way to go out.
I have a quote.
I hope it's from his wine tasting.
You know what? I'm actually going to... You know what I did this morning? I played the voice of a toy. Some terrible robot toys from Japan that changed from one thing to another. The Japanese have funded a full-length animated cartoon about the doings of these toys, which is all bad outer space stuff. I play a planet. I menace somebody called something or other when I'm destroyed. My plan to destroy whoever it is thwarted, and I tear myself apart on the screen. This is Orson Welles on his final performance. He died exactly 5 days later. This movie killed Orson Welles. He dropped a snow globe on his deathbed and said Unicron.
Which is so fucking because his voice sounds super fucking cool in this. But what a way to fucking go. Especially the way he describes it. I was part of the robots became
something or whatever.
Became other things, and then I died.
Some gay fucking boy.
Rosebud. Where's my butthole? It needs to eat more.
And it's in this bottle right here.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so fucking funny. Which is all bad outer space stuff. I play a planet. That also sounds
Japanese,
like
those Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, the Japanese have funded a full-length animated cartoon. I love about the doings of these toys. Orson Welles might actually be my favorite person. The more that I have learned about Orson Welles' life, the more I'm like, all right. I like everything about what you choose to be.
The reason he did this movie on all those commercials is because he was broke. He made Citizen Kane, but like he was like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt by the time of his passing. So everything he was doing was just to keep the lights on.
Yeah. And it shows.
That's why he was getting drunk for commercials. And
because he's like, I can't afford this otherwise. Give me the crate. I need to move through these 12 bottles.
What I've done is I have compiled a list of episodes with just the basic description, the summary of it. And this is just to counter whatever weird things you've decided to pull up.
Okay.
So please give me a list of shit, and I have something for each.
Okay, the first weird thing that I have is Megatron just transforms into a tiny fucking gun, even though he has a laser cannon on his arm, and somebody else uses him to shoot Ironhide to death. And then he transforms back out and is like, let's go.
Season 2, Episode 24, A Decepticon Raider in King Arthur's Court, features Autobots and Decepticons getting time travel to the Dark Ages to fight wizards, dragons, and knights, making The Last Night not even the first movie to use Merlin.
That episode description sounds cool as shit, though.
Dude, season 2 is incredible. I kind of recommend it. What else you got?
One of them
I have a lot.
One of them transforms, I think it's a Decepticon, or no, it might have been an Autobot, doesn't matter. Somebody transforms into a telescope, and then immediately he is named Perceptor. So I was like, I guess that makes sense.
It's a microscope, but yeah.
No, it's a fucking telescope, dog, because it's viewing a faraway thing. It is not viewing an up close. It's not viewing an up close thing. He transforms into a faraway telescope.
That doesn't matter, but I'm going to count that as a second one for you because it is a microscope. He is a microscope, but it is weird that he's looking at faraway things. I'll give you that.
That's okay, fine. As long as you acknowledge that he was shaped like a telescope and looking at faraway things, I'm willing to fully agree that perhaps he's just a microscope. That's weird.
Season 3, episode 17, Carnage in C Minor, takes place on planet Eurythma, where a race of singing space elves live. It's a musical episode featuring characters like Basso Profundo and Zebop Scandana.
What the fuck? What? Okay. I need to watch this show, I think. This is a show. Okay, look, if you're a teen and or adult and you're like, what should I get high and watch? Apparently it's the original Transformers cartoon because that sounds fucking incredible.
You could probably skip this first season, but yeah, all the really weird shit I have is of season 2 and 3.
Soundwave just drops mixtapes that are actually small Decepticons.
To be fair, I have brought that up before when we were talking about Soundwave in the second movie.
Well, and then
he was originally this and like...
There's an Autobot that just does the exact same thing. And I thought that felt lazy.
Well, it's because that was like a pair came out. I think Soundwave created... Oh my god, why can't I remember his name?
I heard it once and did not write it down fast enough, so I don't know what it was.
Well, anyway, season 2, episode 38, The Girl Who Loved Power Glide, features the Autobot Power Glide and his toxic relationship with a human woman who gets kidnapped by Megatron, who uses a mind-reading machine, but she's too stupid for it to work.
What? Is this like a Futurama when Fry goes back and he's his own grandfather, so it's like the mind-reading doesn't fucking work because his brain's broken? He's too inbred for it. Oh my god, that's wild.
That's that. I think that one's a mild one. We'll see.
Okay, one thing that actually connects later on. So let me explain the whole thing. So Optimus transforms and he just grows a fucking trailer out of his ass just to when he transforms back into a robot man to lose the trailer somehow. And then when Rodimus Prime becomes Rodimus Prime, he suddenly also has like a large storage part of his body.
That actually, it does happen a lot in the show too. Like people notice that where it's just like the trailer just disappears. Okay.
Yeah. Where the fuck does it go? Huh?
Exactly.
I need answers.
Season 2, episode 33, Sea Change features the Autobot Sea Spray, who speaks like you'd expect an octopus would, blah, 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 like this. He falls in love with an actual mermaid, so he turns into an actual merman so that they could date.
What the
like an actual
Okay.
Fact checker, pull up a picture of Sea Spray as a merman. I'm sure you'll find it.
He falls in love with a mermaid, so he turns into a merman so they can date.
Mermaids exist in Transformers, by the way.
Well, and so do dragons and Merlin and the Knights of the Round Table and a place where people skeetily boop bop jazz.
Eurythma?
Yeah, that. Oh my god, he's like a man.
Yeah, he turns into an actual man. I told you.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why I wasn't picturing an actual man, but okay.
That's why. I wanted to get an
actual. And then they're holding hands while he's a robot.
Yeah, Rachel. What else you got? Fuck? What else you got? I got so much more.
What in the holy hell? Okay. If you have so much more, then I'll get more specific with mine. Sometimes they turn into what appear to be tiny boom boxes to have long-term telecommunications, I guess.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
Season 3, episode 14, Nightmare Planet has Galvatron attacking Daniel's dreams for some reason, so the Autobots go into his dreams to fight him.
Can we brief sidebar? That's okay, actually hold on. All of that just hit my brain. What? What the fuck? Go in his dreams to fight them. Can we also for a moment, I need to sidebar about Daniel. They don't give a fuck about that kid. There were so many times when they were like, just do the thing as they're running away from him and he's being shot at. And they're like, he'll be fine.
Just transform, stupid. Well, because they know how to transform. The human boy does not, so.
Yeah, there's multiple times where he's sort of like off doing his own shit and they're like, he'll be fine. There's just live fire going on.
This was his introduction to the Transformers universe because he is the son of Spike Witwicky, and Spike was the human boy of the original Transformers.
I'm sorry, Gamage.
Because this was 20 years after the Transformers TV series. It took place in the 1980s, and then we get to 2005. I'm sorry,
Gamage. The mermaid also transforms into a robot?
I think she does turn into a robot. Fucking wild. Okay, next one.
One of the Decepticons is a fucking train that just turns into fucking, oh my god,
a jet.
No.
Or a space shuttle.
Yes, thank you, space shuttle. My brain just kept saying airplane machine, and I was like, what the fuck? What? Yeah, so it's a train that just turns into a space shuttle, which, let me tell you, talk about the most beautiful coalescing of autisms. Trains and space? Are you fucking kidding me? In one go? I would have loved that shit as a kid.
Season 2, episode 32, Kremzeek is about Megatron creating a cosmically powerful creature of energy called Kremzeek that says his name a lot like a Pokemon. He eats energy and is a god, so Optimus has to shoot him to death.
Okay. Kremzeek. All right. Gamage, I have 2 words for you because I didn't write down the full thing.
Yeah.
Ninibong?
Yeah.
Ninibong.
That's the last part, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah, it's a whole long line, and then it ends with Ninibong.
I used to remember the whole thing, but like it's like a universal greeting or some shit.
Yeah, I meant to go back and write the whole thing down, and I was just so... I do think, so there's the Junkticons, and I'm like, are they what inspired... Sorry, Junkions. Are they what inspired Bumblebee because they only speak in phrases from radio and TV?
That's actually what a lot of people have thought about because, like, you do see Bumblebee in this, by the way. Bumblebee, did he look anything or even sound anything?
Not even remotely.
Yeah. Ba weep grana weep ninibong. Yeah.
Ba weep grana weep ninibong.
Yeah. I honestly love the Junkions. I forgot to talk about them. God, they're so fucking good though because like because they speak in like. They speak kind of like Bumblebee does, where they just quote like radio waves and ads and movies and shit, but it's so fucking disjointed that it just comes across as like schizophrenic meth nonsense, and I fucking love it. God, apparently in one of the earlier versions of the script, they were the ones that created Unicron like long ago, and then they went mad because of it. Dude, like there's so much.
That's wild. That would have been a cool plot line that they go crazy.
The making of this movie. The making of this movie is such an interesting thing to like get into. Apparently, Ron Friedman, he's the one who like basically told Hasbro like maybe we should kill a person, and then they decided to kill Optimus Prime. He wrote a book about it, and he wrote a book about like I didn't kill Optimus Prime, and like
I need to stop receiving hate mail. I didn't kill Optimus Prime.
The book is crazy because like he goes into some weird shit and like some of it turns into fanfic and some of it turns into Optimus Prime fucking interviewing him. It is bananas. It's so crazy.
That sounds wild.
That should be our book club. If we ever do a book club, that's what we would start with.
All right, done. Sold.
Okay,
I've got one final thing for you.
Oh, that sucks. All right.
Grimlock is a little homophobic.
A little
homophobic. At one point,
by the way, how much did you like Grimlock in this compared to?
Okay, here's my deal. I actually the Bayverse version of the Dinobots were so fucking cool looking.
They're cool. They're so cool.
They're cool as shit. Cool. They're rad.
I'll admit, I can only admit that like Michael Bay fucking vastly improved how they looked.
Yes, baller. I thought similar to many other films that they're underutilized and underpowered, and I did find that disappointing.
The Dinobots are used all over this movie.
Sorry.
Disagree
The
with you.
underused part I think was at the beginning because they do come back later and have a lot going on. But like in the first fight, they like did fuck all. Like they arrived and somebody pushed them around a little bit, and they're like, nah. They did more towards the end when they radicalized an entire group of Sharkticons, obviously. So maybe their power is more political than it is strength, but
I chalk that up to the intro just being like, put everybody out there, even like the Insecticons, the Constructicons, because we need everybody out here to die and just to create a blank slate. Except the Dinobots, they get to stay.
Everyone to be fucked up.
But Grimlock has personality. Like, that's what I wanted to see in a Michael Bay movie, and I did not get that.
Yeah, that was disappointing because I do like Grimlock in this, in his little caveman speak. I did think it was funny that somebody kisses him at one point, and he's like, Grimlock, no boy kisses. You're like, what? Yeah. What?
It's the 80s, Rachel. This movie was anti-AIDS. Season 2, episode 28, Child's Play. During a baseball game, the Transformers are abducted by giant alien people who give them to their children so they can play with them like toys.
I'm sorry. I'm going to need you to go back and say that again. I need to make sure I heard all of those words right.
During a baseball game, the Transformers are abducted by giant alien people who give them to their children so they could play with them like toys.
Okay. That's that. Yep. I thought I heard all those words. That's
right,
fucking wild. That might be it.
Season 3, episode 23, Only Human has a G.I. Joe character turn the Autobots into humans, and Rodimus Prime may have lost his virginity.
What? What do you mean? Describe may have.
They turn them to humans, and then he meets a girl. And then there's a time skip to the morning where he's having breakfast with her.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
It's implied. We don't actually know.
Oh my God. Do you think he went up to her and was like, "Ba weep grana weep nitty bong"?
Absolutely.
And she was like, "Hell yes."
Yeah, it's the 80s, so she's free to go. Like,
yeah, she was like, "All right.
Weep that nitty bong. You got it, fact checker."
Yeah, Hot Rod straight weep that nitty bong. Oh my God.
Season 3, episode 16, Web World has Cyclonus and Scourge get sick of how abusive and crazy Galvatron is, because he gets way dark. So they take him to a therapy planet where Galvatron manages to drive the planet crazy.
That feels right for him because he really does have a lot of psycho energy in this film. So I imagine that only gets worse over time.
Fact checker, pull up that photo of Galvatron getting therapy. It's hilarious to look at.
The fuck? They took him to a therapy planet.
Season 2, episode 14, Dinobot Island Part 2, has cowboys and mammoths travel through time and the Transformers have to fight them.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my
Look
God.
at that.
I like that he's not like on. They were like, fuck the couch. Stick him in what is essentially a hospital bed with a blanket that doesn't cover his toes. That's the part that gets me. The blanket absolutely has enough material to cover his feet. Why a Transformer needs a blanket, besides the point. But they're like, no, I don't need this blanket to cover my feet.
And one more. Season 2, episode 3, City of Steel has Megatron blowing Optimus Prime into pieces and takes his head. Then the Constructicons put his body pieces back together into an alligator, making him Alligatorcon.
Oh my God, that sounds dope as shit.
Fact checker, pull up Croctimus Prime.
Also, to loop back, apparently what he's wearing is not in fact a blanket, it's a fucking straitjacket.
Yeah.
Croctimus Prime is so... If you're going to kill off Optimus Prime, I'm sorry, Rodimus Prime. Croctimus Prime was meant to be the replacement.
There he is. Look at him.
Oh, look at him evolving.
So if you take away Optimus Prime's head, you can just use him as Legos into whatever you want, and that's just how it is.
All right. Well, the model kit version of him looks cool as shit, though, because the other one looks real derpy.
Well, that was from the cartoon in the 80s.
I know. I'm aware.
It's definitely like, I love that they like went with it and they're like, let's modernize him. Like, people like this. Let's bring it back.
Croctimus Prime.
Anyway, so Transformers is just wild in general.
Yeah, this movie was tame compared to the things that you have listed.
I mean, it's tame in a different way in that, like, the movie itself was traumatizing to a lot of children, and it's just so, it's crazy we're never going to see this again with another movie. We're never going to be able to traumatize kids like this.
I don't know, man. There's always tomorrow. Somebody could make it happen.
I feel like boy moms are way too involved to let that shit happen.
Yeah, I do think it'd be a lot more grand.
Fucking boy moms.
Probably something that's going to be avoided more, but like the possibilities there. Somebody could do it.
Okay, Rachel, what have you been listening to?
Gamage, I've been listening to a lot of things, not all of them good.
I hear you.
I also recently delved back into Guitar Hero as a thing, and that's been fun. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I've listened to a lot of stuff this week. Some has been really good and some not so much. I think I'm going to recommend, there's an artist called Stephen Day that I really like. And he released, 3 songs. So I guess like an EP, last Friday. Yeah, Friday. And I am going to recommend Wouldn't You Know and Rock Bottom Baby, which, I mean, there's one more song on that isn't bad. I just wasn't super interested in it either. But
Are you
I
sure
really
it's Stefan and not Steven?
Well, it's with a PH, but so it really could
Steven.
go either way.
Oh my god, I forgot that like we had that whole I had that argument with you and a couple other people where like yeah, with Brittany, where you guys keep saying it's Stefan, it's Steven. It's the PH STEPHEN.
For
is
some,
Steven.
it is Stefan. I'm just saying. How would you spell Stefan? PH makes a sound.
STEFAN. That's Stefan, but I know an STEFFEN. I've known people on both sides of Stevens and Stephens.
Stevens, Stephens, and Stephans. Stefanoviches. Look, it doesn't matter. He could be a Steven, he could be a Stefan. It's spelled with a PH, so Steven with a F. It doesn't matter. He does like a indie rock sound, but he has a sound that is very unique to him. So like I heard this song and was like, oh, like I know who this is. And I was just excited because I think, oh God, when was the last time I listened to an album by you? It's a great
He's been around
question.
for a while, damn.
Yeah, no, he is not like an up and coming human in any way, shape, or form. He's been there. I think the last time I really listened to an album was in 2019 called Guess I'm Grown Now, and I really liked that one, so I was pretty hyped that he had some new stuff. Because I think before that, he released something called The Shapes I'm In, and that has quite a few good songs in it. But the last one that I really, really jived with was the 2019 one.
Nice.
So anyway, I'm excited for the EP he released is part of a new album that's coming out in October 1st.
There's a couple of great albums I'm expecting like the next couple of weeks. So fingers crossed.
There's a lot of I don't think this year has wowed me as much with music as last year, but there is a lot of new music coming out, which is exciting. It's
wowed me in different ways, like because like there's definitely been some stuff that are incredible, but like other things too. Like I'm kind of on the fence because like I'm hearing things that are like that are really good, but I feel like last year I was certainly more wowed in different ways. Like last year, I there are so many albums that I'm still listening to now, whereas like now like there's a lot of albums I was listening to a bunch earlier this year that I've kind of fallen off of. But yeah. God, it's all over the place. So I mean, we'll see as things get through.
Yep. Gamage, what have you been listening to this week?
The Touch by Stan Bush and Vince DiCola. 1986. It is the theme song for the Transformers the movie, The Touch. I think it's it would be bad if I watched this movie and didn't recommend the song for it.
I decided not to recommend this song because I was like, I think Gamage is gonna do it, and I don't want us both to do it.
Look at me, I'm so fucking transparent. Oh, there's Gamage. You like Sushi Spot? That's where we went for our anniversary. It was fun.
It was fun. I liked it. It was good. Did you get what do you normally get? Chicken karaage?
Oh yeah, their karaage is incredible. Like I normally like karaage.
I feel like the
it's
last
just like
time
Japanese fried chicken.
when you got it,
it was better.
Was it better this time?
It was better. Yeah,
Thank God.
It was better.
It's a horrible way to waste part of your dieting cheat.
We wanted to go to Umami, which is the McKinleyville sushi spot that the chef there like saved up money and then bought from them, and like Sushi Spot supported it and everything. Dope. And like, you know, promoted it. So like he has his own restaurant now, but like we went the one day it was fucking closed.
That sucks. I'm
pissed about it. Because like I looked at the menu and I'm like, dude, this looks incredible.
Does Double D's Steakhouse still exist?
I think so, but like I'm probably never going back there again.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fair. I was just curious because there's so many things that I loved in Humboldt that are closed now. Like Banana Boat closed during COVID.
I think
and
they
that
reopened
was fucking
and
depressing.
then closed and then reopened again and then closed again. It might be reopened under a different name now.
Kahlua pig fries slapped.
I know, yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. If you liked what you heard, or you also love listening to Gamage be disappointed about his inability to eat meat, please like and subscribe on whatever your most favoriteest podcasting place is. If you want us to talk about a thing, you can email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's @gmail.com. We're taking recommendations now that we're out of the Bayverse. You can also follow us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home, all one big long word, or you can follow us at WHTPAH on Blue Sky. That's on Blue Sky. And next week, holy shit, I get to spin a wheel for the first time in a long time.
It's been open for weeks now, just waiting. Fingers been hovering.
To be spun. We'll be tackling the illustrious and fine art of... It's pop culture, but this time we get to watch something that isn't Transformers, so that's thrilling.
I was okay. Yeah.
More Transformers. There's a movie that came out.
More Transformers.
Yeah,
there's Transformers
now.
1. There's Transformers 1. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I think we can move on. I think we'll be okay. We'll figure something
Transformers
out.
is our longest series so far.
Yes, it is.
It's eight episodes.
Also,
yeah, that's
the one that I've
hated
the least, to be honest.
I mean, that's fair, yeah. Because even when it was bad, I was still having fun. I'm like, God.
Oh, it was objectively interesting, even when it was dumb as fuck.
There's definitely been movies on this where I'm like, I hate doing that. I hate that I have to do an episode about this.
Yeah.
And Transformers is like a little bit of that, but like it was still like, I don't know. I still had fun even when it sucked.
Yeah, me too. No, this was a nice in the middle where it was dumb and fun.
Well, I've been on brand Gamage.
And I was going to try to come up with a clever Transformers pun, Rachel. And this has been We Have That Podcast at Home. Autobots, you can roll out for the final fucking time. Goodbye.
Gamma Prime. I've been Gamma Prime.
Gamma Prime, and I've been galvanized this asshole, Rachel.
That's just Unicron. You just said Unicron. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.